Did you know using Canva, you can create any image into a frame? This can come in handy when you're creating bulletin boards for your different seasons or holidays, or you even want to create bulletin board letters. It's also a fun way to create student silhouettes. Let me show you how it works. You are going to start by creating a new design. We're going to go ahead and just use a worksheet. Now, there are lots of different frame converter apps within Canva. Today I'm showing you a free one. There's also a paid one I like, but today I want to show you the free one in case you're interested in that. It works pretty well. I think I like the paid one better, but you can get away with the free one just fine. So what you're going to do is you're going to search for an element. Now it has to be a photo element. So for example, if I search for an apple, I don't want to look for graphics. I want to look for the photos. And you also want to make sure that you're looking for a cutout because the frame app is going to outline that image and make a frame just from that image. So I'm going to find a good apple shape. This is a pretty good apple shape. And then I'm going to come over to apps and I'm going to search for Frame Spark. This is our app here. Now, if I just searched frame, you can see there are lots of different frame apps, but we want that Frame Spark. This is the free one. Now I make sure that the image is selected and I choose convert to frame. This detects the edge of your shape and just makes it a little sharper. I haven't had success going all the way up to 255, so I usually just go a little bit below that. Then I choose convert to frame. And here is our apple frame. Now, maybe you're making a bulletin board with apples. What you could do is then come back to elements and you can search apples again. But this time you might search for a apple background to put inside the apple frame. How cute is that? Or you could just look for like a red background and you can find a red patterned background that you could use for your apple. Now, this app also works pretty well with creating bulletin board letters. When I'm creating letters, I do actually like to use image to frame, but this is the paid one. And it is about $10 a year, which I think is a great deal because it helps create those bulletin board letters. Pay $10 once a year, create as many bulletin board letters as you want or any type of frame. It doesn't have to just be letters, but I think its edge detection is way better than FrameSpark. But FrameSpark is free, so we're going to go with that one again. And I am first going to add a text box and create a letter. So let's go with T. My name's Teresa. So we're going to start with the letter T. I'm going to choose whatever font I want. Here's my font. Then I'm going to download this as a PNG. The image to frame app, or sorry, the FrameSpark app cannot detect the edge of a text box. It has to be an image. So I'm going to download this as a PNG. Whoops, I actually just want the current page. Download that, and then we will reinsert it into Canva. So I'm going to take that download and put it in Canva and remove the background. If I don't remove the background, it will detect the whole edge and just give me a rectangle. But I want it to detect the background of the T. Now we'll go back to apps and find FrameSpark and convert to frame. And then here's my T. Now again, it wasn't perfect. You can see here, it kind of did a little wave there with the letter T. Again, that's why I like my image to frame app better, but this one is free, so it is worth a shot. It did an okay job. Now, just to show you, I am going to show you the paid one called image to frame, just so you can see the difference, how it will it makes the exact letter outline. And I can even add a border weight if I wanted to. We'll just do the frame. It takes a tad bit longer to generate, but it's a lot better. Now here's my frame of my T that I could use for bulletin board letters. Now I'm going to go ahead and come back up here to elements and I can come to any image and now I can make cute letters for bulletin boards. This is a cute red one. Maybe you just want a colorful background. And find a colorful background. Oh, look how fun that is. Yes, I love making bulletin board letters with frames inside Canva. Such an easy hack for teachers, So you don't have to spend tons of money buying bulletin board letters, just make them yourself. And it's fun. Now, the last frame you could create that I talked about using the free one called Frame Spark is doing a student silhouette. Maybe you're doing a project in class, they could write an IM poem on top of it. I don't know, all sorts of fun ideas. But go ahead and go upload an image of your student and put it here on Canva. Now I'm going to go ahead and remove the background because remember, I want it to detect the image of the person, not the rectangle. And we'll come back to apps and we're looking for Frame Spark. There it is. And we're going to convert that to a frame. So here it is, me as a frame, but I can change it to just a single color. Or you can add a background like we did with some of those other things. But it might be fun to have students write a poem about themselves or a story or a biography of some sort, and they can use that frame outline of themselves. Now, I love using Canva and showing teachers how they can use it with their students in classroom. So make sure to subscribe below and to follow along for all the fun Canva hacks for teachers. Also, I share a lot of different tutorials on both Instagram and TikTok.